pigeons or birds.
Latin pigeons.
GBOs are orange and green. YBOs are orange and blue.
Oh, really? GBOs are orange and green?
Parrot green and parrot orange. Pumpkin orange.
Look at these talking. Look at that. Look at that.
You want a family, huh? Want to hear about mom? Smile, guy! Yeah, that's fun. This is Mr. Monk. He's a cinnamon ringtail out of Brazil.
Chévere.
Hey, wait a minute. Can we dance this song?
Be great.
You like to dance too much.
He's too shy. We're across the street neighbors. I met him before, even when I was a queen, but I was younger, and we didn't know that we had met each other this time around. This was about before he got locked up 6 years ago. We knew each other. We didn't know each other as talking. We just knew each other because he was a king and I was a queen.
12 years old, and you were the leader of the Latin Queens.
Of the junior Latin Queens, yeah.
When you were 12 years old.
When I was 12 years old.
And you were the leader for how long?
Till I was 14, for 2 years, till I became pregnant for my daughter. I decided to leave it alone.
And is that difficult? Can you just drop out of a gang whenever you want, or what was that like?
It was easy for me, but it'll be difficult for somebody else. Yeah, they'll get a V. A V is when they get hit, when they get beat up real bad, then they're out. But it was easy for me because they couldn't tell me nothing. I told them. When I was the leader, I was tough about everything before I became the leader, you know. You had to know, you gotta know certain things that not even your own girls will know them, you know.
Oh, that's how it is, because you gotta know certain things. It's a certain law that you gotta know yourself before you go, in order to be something, you know, like a chief or something. You gotta have a certain law.
Yeah, like how do you become the leader of the Queens?
Me, because I had a heart that the other girls wouldn't have, you know. I'll do things that they wouldn't do, you know. They'll be too scared. They were young too, and I was kind of wild, and I thought it was fun.
The women, the Latin Queens, do they do graffiti or just the guys?
Yeah, they did. I had one of the girls we used to stick with got shot and killed doing an envelope, putting a crown up. She was a queen. She got killed making a wad. Some guys passed by and shot and killed her. Wow. She was young too. Yeah. Jamita! Jamita! Come on!
Beso, beso, beso. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Once you're with a guy like, for instance, Little Man, if he was still a king where he game bang, and I become his girlfriend, right there I'm already a queen.
Okay, this is the White Queens. The castle, the Pegasus, got another castle,
Like
a few
a
stars.
spaceship or something.
This is something like, you know, like the He-Man and all that.
That is a teardrop.
I did that up in prison.
Yeah, I used to have a tattoo right here. I took it off. I covered it.
These run everybody, Dwight. Then we come, then the disciples come.
Oh, so
these are the three biggest gangs.
Oh,
the Land Kings, the El Rukins, and the Maniac Land Disciples.
Those are for the folk.
With the big old cobra going down.
And what does this mean, this skull?
That's the symbol of the cops.
I think you know what this thing means. I mean, out of all this gang, I mean, that's, you know, death. Everything means death.
Oh, death to gangs?
I guess so, because that's how it really is. You're gonna get, you know, gangs, when you join them, you know you're gonna go down.
That opened my eyes, seeing him lying on the floor helpless, when I can't do nothing about it, and he was supposed to be a member of my gang, right? But that was something like, I don't know, it was like just an eye-opener to me. And ever since that, I never gangbanged again. It was a rainy day, we were just talking about going to get some pizza to eat, right? And we were gangbangers, okay? And then we just went over there. Once I got out the car, because I wanted to get out the car, something just told me get out the car. As soon as I closed the door, I heard the gunshots and I started running, okay? And then after everything finished, that's when we found out Alex was dead. He was right there in the corner and we just seen him right there. And it wasn't worth it just for him to be just for him to get killed because he just started gangbanging. He didn't really know what it was about.
And he was a 16-year-old kid?
16-year-old high school kid. All he was about was dancing. He just enjoyed dancing and enjoyed...
he just wanted to make new friends,
have friends, right. And all of a sudden, he wanted to hang out with a bunch of people, to be cool, and get into a gang, be a tough little kid, be recognized from everybody else. That's what happened. And then all of a sudden, there comes the guys. They start shooting at us. We all run. All of a sudden, one of the guys, the police officers was right there. They were right there. And did the police officers do anything? They told us, get out of the way. They get out of the way. Don't move. They were going like that to us. And we telling them, there's some guys right there. Shooting at these guys. And there was a guy right there on the floor, and they were hiding. Right there in the train station, a half a block away. And that's the truth, bro.
I don't gangbang no more. I like the way I am now, okay? But I can still hold my own if I have to. But it wouldn't really matter to me.
It ain't no good. It ain't no good because when you're wrapped up in it and you're stuck in it, that's the kind of life you have to lead. But there's a bond. There's a certain bond connected. Even if you are, or if you're an ex, you still have a bond with each other. Because you still got that, as they say, you still got that love in your heart. See, like that almighty Latin King love,
it ain't no
that's
good.
in the heart.
It ain't no good. If I see a little kid trying to join, I'm gonna tell him, don't even waste your time.
Really? You would say that to him?
Yeah, cause that's my little nephew over there. If I ever see him trying to gangbang, I'm gonna try to bust him up. I don't want him to do that. I don't want him to do that. I don't want him to follow the steps that I've been through, because he might mess around one day and get killed.
I got a scar right here that I look like I'm bald. You see that?
Yes.
That, I got stabbed here. See, like I said, you get scared out of this shit married or you grow out of it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But the best thing I think for someone to get married out of it.
Like, I got a daughter now. I ain't got her with me, but I got a daughter. But if I were to bring her to Chicago, I won't show my face. I won't let her see me on the corners or anything like that. Really? I try to hide from there. And like if she walking down the streets, I try to run somewhere. She won't see me on the corner with hanging with gangbangers. Really? Because if she sees that, that's what's gonna lead up to the gangbang for her. And then she'll be running around talking about I'm a queen.
There's a lot of older people, they say young people are this and young people are that, and they go out and scream and yell at them. The more you scream at them, the worse they'll be to you. Just like my mother lives on the other side of Kimbo. When they come around, she talks nicely to them. She gets more response talking nicely to them than trying to turn around and calling them names and everything else.
So I talked to him. I said, now these are little bitty boys. If you hit them 100 times, you'll probably kill them. So he said, well, yeah, you're right, Shirley, and this and that. He said, well, because I love you and everything, I'll let them go. So about 2 days later, 2 kids came in. They were real happy, So I was glad they didn't have to beat them up to let them get out of the game. So that was really good.
They'll be more helpful to you if you explain to them than yelling at them. If they get enough of that, that's why a lot of them end up where they're at. But people don't give a shit about them.
The younger people do not understand this. Yes, there's a lot of excitement. The chase in the car, like the police used to chase us when we used to be on the cars. We used to steal cars to get into gang fights. The end result of that. And the end result is nothing.
Some of the things that are still drawing the young people to gangs, first of all, is the conditions in which they exist. There's very few avenues. We have bad education in our communities. We have very little recreational facilities in our communities. Young people, with all their energies and all their, all the energies they have to give it some form. And at this point, gangs are the only ones that are giving it that type of avenue.
More discipline and less having called the cops for everything. Learn to work with the kids. Learn to find out what the problems are with the kids instead of just, disciplining them all the time. Find out what the problem is and have the parents care about what the kids do in school. Yeah, the kids just go to school, they ditch